The Darkness is a horror-themed first-person shooter based on some comic book I've never heard of. The game is by the delightfully named Starbreeze Studios, whose most notable previous title would be The Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay, in which players piloted a claymation Vin Diesel in his ongoing quest to masturbate himself raw in the faces of audiences worldwide. I played a game that I'd probably only have considered renting if it weren't for those suckers at The Escapist paying for all my games now. Part of the problem may be that I'd never actually played a Halo game until this one. Maybe you need all the backstory to get the experience all the other reviewers were apparently having, or maybe Microsoft was paying someone to stand behind them jamming needles full of dopamine into their spinal columns every half hour. All I knew going into the game was this: there's some guy called Master Chief who constantly wears a suit of armor that's probably in dire need of some odor eaters by this point, and this series is apparently so good that Xbox owners have been tossing each other off with glee in anticipation for this third installment. The Darkness demo starts with the hero Jackie in the back of a car being driven by some of his Italian mobster friends who have apparently abandoned the mafia's pretense of respectability in order to drive recklessly through the streets at full speed like a pair of gibbering twats. In no time at all, the police find something objectionable about this behaviour and pursue them, prompting a pitched high-speed exchange of gunfire. Jackie, who looks for all the world like a cross between Kevin Spacey, Benicio del Toro and Morticia Adams, is handed a shotgun to join in the fun, but the device seems to confuse him and he sits loading shells into it so slowly and carefully you'd think he was assembling a ship in a bottle. Meanwhile, the car is swerving wildly back and forth and bullets are whizzing through the air, and by the time Jackie figures out which end of the gun is which, an almighty crash hurls him from the vehicle and into the actual game.